What is up, guys? It's Swimmer here, back again with some Ultra League action. This is probably the last set that I'm going to do and record for you guys in the Ultra League with Cresselia, Charizard, and Suicune. It's been going okay. I'm about 50% win ratio. The biggest difference that I've noticed between this season and last season is Gyarados. One, it's a lot more common, and two, it presents a lot more challenges to this team. Against Cresselia in the one shield matchup, um, one Crunch and one Aqua Tail are enough to actually take out Cresselia before it gets to that third Moonblast. Um, it flips the Cresselia matchup. Obviously, against Charizard, before there was no low energy water type charge move that it had to worry about. So unless it was building all the way up to Hydro Pump, Charizard could reliably get off a couple charge attacks. And then Suicune, it doesn't make much of a difference, but with the combination of it being more common and it being much worse matchups for those first two Pokemon, Gyarados has presented a significant problem for this team in this season. So let's go ahead and get into the videos. Probably going to start getting into the Premier Cup pretty soon. Definitely have a few teams I want to try out, but we get a Giratina here on the lead, which is okay for us. They swap right away into Registeel, so this is basically the dream scenario. We can line up our Charizard against the Registeel. I was a little bit slow on the swap, but honestly, it doesn't really matter because this matchup has gotten even better. You can now take two Focus Blasts and not get Lock-Ons down. So we're going to just go for the Blast Burn after building up some extra energy there. They come back in with Giratina. We're going to be able to get to 2 Dragon Claws, which is going to be really nice because it's going to mean that we only need 1 Moonblast to take out this Giratina. So we do get another Moonblast off, or sorry, another Dragon Claw off here. And they're just going to Dragon Breath down the Charizard, but that's totally fine. They do have quite a bit of stored energy. But they actually swap out into Berserker, so this is going to be a little bit interesting. And I do misplay this a little bit. I should recognize here that with Berserker being basically their last Pokemon, they're going to shield everything. So I go for the Hydro Pump, definitely should have gone for the Ice Beam bait. And I also shouldn't have shielded that first Foul Play. Since they switched in, it was very unlikely that they were going to use a close combat. And I really want to save my shields for the close combat. So I'm not going to shield this second one because it's going to be another Foul Play. I learned my mistake. Also going to go for the Ice Beam. Again, learning my mistake. I do have to shield this. This could be a close combat because that would be taking me out. It is the close combat. We get off the Ice Beam. They're definitely going to be swapping out here. We actually go into our Cresselia. I was hoping to maybe get a Moonblast off while they were debuffed, or maybe catch a close combat. But we're going to drop the Moonblast. We did take a Shadow Sneak, but it's not too big a deal. And we are able to take out the Giratina. We're going to go for Future Sight. I think double Moonblast probably would have been enough and probably would have been better, but I want to make sure I get that extra chip damage. And then they're going to be getting off a charge move here. The Foul Play is going to do quite a bit, but they're going to have to drop another charge move to take us out, which is really important because it drains all of their energy. So this Foul Play takes us out, and then we're 2 Snarls away from the Ice Beam. We probably could have just done 1 more Snarl to take them out, but no sense risking it. Just throw the Ice Beam to take out the Berserker, and that's going to be a solid win. So definitely a little closer than it had to be, given that I did catch the Registeel with the Charizard, but still able to pull through on that matchup. Really, the mistake there that I made was throwing the Hydro Pump at the Berserker first instead of the Ice Beam and shielding that first Foul Play. I probably would have had to shield one of the Foul Plays, to be honest, so maybe that wasn't a big deal, but the Ice Beam definitely was. So good game. But let's go ahead and get right into the next match. So this next match, we get another Giratina on the lead. So this is a Dragon Breath variant. It is going to stay in. So this is a pretty good matchup for Cresselia. You can very comfortably get to 2 Moonblasts, and you outpace the Giratina 2 Shadow Sneak, unlike the Shadow Claw variant. So they're getting off a Shadow Sneak here, not going to shield. The way I like to play this is often Giratina will shield or they'll switch out. They actually swap into Clefable, so going to bring in Charizard. Charizard's going to be resisting those charms. And then I overfarmed just a little bit too much. I was trying to, I must have just miscounted the charms there, but they do get off the Meteor Mash. So at this point, I'm just going to double up, and I go for the Blast Burn, really hoping to get a shield. We do get a shield, which is amazing, and then we're able to get this next Blast Burn off for free. So that's really good. That shield basically ended up being wasted by my opponent. They are getting off a charge move, so I'm not going to be able to get to the Dragon Claw, but this does drain them of their energy, so this is really good for us. Going to be going for the Moonblast here. Hopefully we can get the second shield. We do get the second shield, so that's quite good for us. And then I think we should be able to make it to another Moonblast. This seems too early to be a Shadow Sneak, and it is just a Dragon Claw. So we're able to make it to another Moonblast, which is going to take out the Giratina, and we'll just have to hope that our Suicune can deal with whatever's in the back with the one shield advantage. It is a Togekiss, so this is looking really good. Suicune is going to be able to connect with the Ice Beam. It's going to take 2 Ice Beams to take it out, but it will be dealing super effective damage, and we've still got a shield for their charge move. We don't really need to shield, but no sense in not using it. You know, maybe this Togekiss knew Wild Charge or something like that. You never know, right? You never know. Togekiss obviously cannot learn Wild Charge, but able to take it out with an Ice Beam there. So that was a good game there. All right, jumping into this third matchup. This is if I remember correctly, this is a really interesting one, and I was kind of confused as to how I lost at first. So it is a Swampert that we're seeing on the lead. We're able to get to the Moonblast, and this is good. They're probably building up to Earthquake, so I'm expecting to see an Earthquake come through. It is. We do connect with the Moonblast, which is pretty good. Not going to shield. I'm okay taking an Earthquake here. We do take the Earthquake, and then we're going to go ahead and get to another Moonblast. So this is pretty good, but they've definitely got a Hydro Cannon plus a little bit of energy. And then so this could definitely be another Earthquake, but I'm not going to shield again. I'm happy to take shield advantage. It is just a Hydro Cannon, though, and we're actually going to be able to get to another Moonblast before they get another charge move off. So this is going to be really good. We force the second shield, but they do have a fair bit of stored energy. So I was expecting them to throw the Earthquake here. I go ahead and shield. They bait me with the Hydro Cannon. That's good on them. They build up a bunch more energy. Again, I thought that they probably had enough for Earthquake, so I go ahead and shield, and it's just another Hydro Cannon. So I got double baited. I do go ahead and throw the Ice Beam off after building up just a little bit more. I definitely don't want to risk getting hit by an Earthquake from this Swampert now that I've basically given up my 2 shield advantage. So getting double baited like that really sucks. That's probably going to be the game there. But they're coming in now with the Registeel. With the nerf to Focus Blast, this is also a lot more comfortable for Suicune. It can comfortably take 2 Focus Blasts and not get farmed down, although with the Mudshot damage, maybe not. We're going to be able to get to 2 Hydro Pumps, though, and then we're going to swap out into the Charizard to farm down with the Fire Spin. They do swap into a Giratina. So this is interesting for us. We're going to go for Dragon Claws here. Dragon Claw is going to deal a lot of damage, but Shadow Ball is going to deal more. Shadow Ball is just such a strong move, and we're not dealing enough damage with the Fire Spin. So we're going to get to another Dragon Claw, which is going to get the Giratina very low, but Suicune is not close enough to another charge move for us to be able to take this match. So they're just able to get to a Shadow Ball here. I think one more Snarl might have taken them out, and then we would have had the Ice Beam for the Registeel. But really close game, really well played by my opponent. Getting the double bait with the Hydro Cannon, which forced me to burn my energy onto that Swampert was really, really big from them. So getting into the fourth match, and it's another Giratina on the lead. So tons of Giratina on the lead today. This one is a Shadow Claw Giratina. So going to go for the Moonblast. They are going to be able to outpace us, but not a big deal. So Shadow Sneak comes through, does a decent amount of damage, but not too much. The Moonblast is going to deal quite a lot if it goes unshielded. We do get the damage. Expecting another Shadow Sneak to come through right about now, but they actually swap out into Melmetal, and I'm going to go ahead and drop the Future Sight to soften it up. And then I'm going to come in with Charizard. This could be a mistake because I'm behind on energy. It might have been better to come in with Suicune. I am going to have to shield the Rock Slide. Definitely cannot tank a Rock Slide. Going for the farm down, we are going to have to shield another Rock Slide. And I think they're actually pretty close to a third one, so I'm going for the Dragon Claw here, hoping to force a shield, and then I make a big mistake here. They shielded, which is a huge tell that they're at another Rock Slide, so I should have gone double Dragon Claw and forced them to either burn 2 shields or give up the Melmetal and have basically a Charizard left with full health. So this isn't looking great for me. We're down a shield, and we really need Suicune to be able to win this game for us. So we're going to go for an Ice Beam as soon as we can get it. They do get 2 Dragon Claws off, so I'm actually going to build up just an extra Snarl or 2 of energy, and then drop the Ice Beam here. They let it go through, which is good for us. It takes out the Giratina, and it's an Escavalier in the back. So I need to build up to the Hydro Pump and go for the Ice Beam to draw out that shield. They're very likely to shield since Escavalier is quite squishy. Going to do 2 more Snarls and then swap into the Cresselia, hoping to catch the charge move. We do catch the charge move, so this is really big. And it is a Mega Horn, so that's amazing for us. Cresselia has nothing really that can hurt the Escavalier. It was going to have to be Hydro Pump that was going to take out this Escavalier, so really important that I landed the Hydro Pump, and then we're able to get the Hydro Pump through, and 1 more Snarl takes out this Escavalier, so really, really important to get that sack. I honestly, I was somewhat lucky to get the timing, but really good game there. Very well played by my opponent, and I was fortunately able to recover from my mistake against that Melmetal. All right, getting into the 5th and final match here, we get a Gengar on the lead, so this is not good for Cresselia. We got to swap out right away into the Suicune, and they're seeming to be staying in this match. This could be a Shadow Ball, so I go ahead and shield, but it's just a Shadow Punch, so nice bait by my opponent. They're getting off another charge move. This is definitely just a Shadow Punch. I don't need to shield that. And they're staying in, so I am going to go ahead and drop the Ice Beam. And they actually don't shield, so this is okay. We're going to be able to farm down. Again, I think this is too early for anything but a Shadow Punch, so it is another punch, so that's good. We're going to be able to Snarl down, and now we've got a Hydro Pump loaded for whatever's coming in. It is a Lapras coming in, so the Hydro Pump is going to be dealing some damage, not a ton. It's actually a Shadow Lapras, so that's very interesting. Going to bring in the Cresselia because it's going to be much better able to soak those charge moves. Obviously, Charizard would be taking super effective damage from the Surfs, and they swap into Registeel. So this is great. I just build up to the charge move on the Cresselia so that I have it stored to come back in against the Lapras, and then swap into the Charizard to take out this Registeel. Going to build up a little bit of extra energy and go for the Blast Burn. Really hoping that they don't shield this, hoping to get the damage through. And we do get it through. That's great for us. Going to build up to a Blast Burn again, and then go for a Dragon Claw. And this is very likely to get the shield from my opponent. We are going to shield ourselves because we do have another Dragon Claw basically ready. And we are going to go for another Dragon Claw. They might not shield, but if they don't, then they risk just getting farmed down, basically. They do shield, so we're safe to swap into Cresselia now, drop the Future Sight, and this is going to be taking out the Lapras. So that's a really good match. Landing the Charizard against the Registeel, always a good call. Pretty interesting, actually, that they didn't swap out of the Gengar into Suicune matchup. I think if they'd swapped into Registeel, that would have been a better situation for them, because I might not have been able to regain Switch, and I'm sure what they were thinking is they wanted to try and line up the Registeel against the Cresselia, but the problem was that Suicune, with dealing super effective snarl damage, is going to be able to regain Switch if he wants to against that Gengar. So good matchup there. Good set of 5, able to go 4-1, so inching up that leaderboard. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.